Are you good men and true?
Yeah, or else it were pity, but they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that would be a punishment too good for them, if they should have any allegiance in them being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, give them their charge, neighbor Dogberry.
Ah, first, who think you the most desertless man to be constable of the watch?
Hugh Oatcake, sir, or George Seacole, for they can read and write.
Come hither, neighbor Seacole. God hath blessed you with a good name. To be a well-favored man is a gift of fortune, but to write and read, that comes by nature.
Both which, Master Constable.
You have? I knew it would be your answer. Well, for your favor, sir, why, give God thanks and make no boast about it. And for your writing and reading, no need for such vanity. You are thought here to be the most senseless and fit man for the constable of the watch. Therefore, bear you the lantern. This is your charge. You shall comprehend all vigor men. You are to bid any man stand in the prince's name.
How if they will not stand?
Why then, take no note of them, but let them go. And presently call the rest of the watch together, and thank God you are rid of a knave.
Oh, if they will not stand, they are none of the prince's subjects.
True! And you have meddled not both the prince's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets, for the watch to babble and to talk is most tolerable, not to be endured.
We would rather sleep than to talk. We know what belongs to a watch.
You speak like a most ancient and quiet watchman, for I cannot see how sleep you should offend. Only have a care that your bills be not stolen. Well, you would call about all the alehouses and that those that are drunk, get them to bed.
How if they will not?
Well then, take no note of it. Let them alone till they are sober, and if they give you not then a better answer, say they're not the men you took them for.
Well, sir, why don't we...
If you meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man. And for such kind of men, the less you meddle or make with them, the more is for your honesty.
Well, if we know him to be a thief, should we not lay hands on him?
True, by your office you may, but I think they that touch pitch be defiled. The most peaceful way for you, if you do take a thief, is let him show himself what he is, and steal out of your countrymen.
You have always been called a merciful man, partner.
True. I'll not hang a dog by my will, much more a man who hath any honesty in him.
Ooh. If you hear a child cry out in the night, you must call the nurse and bid her still it.
How if the nurse be asleep and will not hear us?
Well then depart in peace, and let the child wake her with crying, for the ewe that will not hear a lamb when it baws will not answer a calf when he bleats.
It is very true.
This is the end of your charge. You, constable, represent the prince's own person. If you meet the prince at night, you may stay him.
By a lady, I think they cannot.
Well, 5 shillings, why not? With any man that knows the statutes, he may stay him. Marry, not without the prince be willing, for the watch ought to offend no man, and it is offense to stay any man against his will.
By a lady, I think it be so.
Well, masters, good night. And if there be any matter of weight chances, call at me. Keep your fellows' counsel and your own. Good night. Come, neighbor.
Well, masters, we have our charge. Let us sit here upon the church bench until 2, and then all to bed.
Oh, sorry. One word more, honest neighbors. I pray you watch about Senor Leonard's door. The wedding being there tomorrow, there's a great coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant, I beseech you.
What, Conrad? Peace! Stir not! Conrad, I say!
Here, man, I am at thy elbow.
Yes, my elbow itched. Let a scab would follow.
I will owe thee an answer for that. Now, forward with thy tale.
Well, stand me close then, under the penthouse, for a drizzle's brain. And I will, like a true drunkard, utter all to thee.
Some treason, masters. Yet, stand close.
Therefore know that I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible any villainy should be so dear?
Thou shouldst rather ask if it possible any villainy can be so rich. For when rich villains are in need of poor ones, the poor ones may make what price they will.
I wonder at it.
Oh, that shows that thou art unconfirmed. Thou knowest that the fashion of a doublet, or a hat, or a cloak is nothing to a man.
Yes, it is apparel.
But I mean the fashion.
Yes, the fashion is the fashion.
I should rather say the fool's the fool. But seest thou not what a deformed thief this fashion is?
I know that deformed. I've been a vile thief this 7 year. He goes up and down like a gentleman. I remember his name.
Dost thou not hear somebody?
No! 'Twas the vein on the house.
Oh. Well, seest thou not what a deformed thief this fashion is? How giddily it turns about the hot bloods between 14 and 5 and 30. Sometimes fashioning them like the fair soldiers in the Ricci painting. And sometimes like the God Bells priest in the old church window. And sometimes like the shaven Hercules in the smirched, worm-eaten tapestry where his codpiece seems as massy as his club.
All this I see, and I see that the fashion wears out more apparel than the man. But art not thou thyself giddy too with the fashion for having shifted out of thy tale into telling me of the fashion?
Not so neither. But know that tonight I have wooed Margaret, the Lady Hero's waiting gentlewoman by the name of Hero. Leans me out of the chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good night. I tell this tale violently. I should first tell you how the Prince Claudio, my master, planted in place and possessed by my master Don John, saw far off in the orchard this amiable encounter.
And thought they Margaret was hero?
Well, 2 of them did, the Prince and Claudio, but the devil, my master, knew that she were Margaret, and partly by its oaths which did first possess them, partly by the dark night which did deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, which did confirm any slander that Don John had made. Away went Claudio enraged. Swore he would meet her the next morning as he was appointed at the temple, and there, before all the congregation, shame her with what he saw o'ernight and send her away again without a husband.
We charge you!
Ah!
Jesus.
We charge you in the prince's name, stand! We call up the right master constable. We have uncovered the most dangerous piece of lechery ever to be known in the Commonwealth. And the one deformed is one of them. I know him. I wears a lock.
Masters!
You will be made to bring the deformed forth, I warrant you. Speak not. We charge you to obey us to go with you. Yeah.
We will prove a goodly commodity to be taken up with these men's bills.
A commodity in question. Come, we'll obey you.
Get.
That way.
That way. Go on. Which one do you think I should wear?
Maybe the gold one?
The gold?
No, it doesn't go out with the eyes. No, it doesn't go out with the eyes.
Oh, good Ursula, wake my cousin Beatrice and desire her to rise.
I will, lady.
Oh. Okay, well. Oh, good. May I wear this? By my troth, it's not so good. And I warned your cousin will say so. Very
tomorrow, sweet hero.
Oh, why, how now? Do you speak in this sick tune?
I'm out of all the tunes, methinks. 'Tis almost 5 o'clock, cousin. 'Tis time you were ready. My troth, I am exceedingly ill.
These gloves the Count gave me are of an excellent perfume.
I cannot smell, cousin. I am stuffed.
Get you some of this distilled herb, Cardus benedictus. Place it to your heart. It's the only thing for a qualm. There thou, prickest her with a thistle.
Benedictus? Why Benedictus? Do you take some moral in this Benedictus?
Moral? By my troth, no moral meaning. I simply meant plain holy thistle. You may think perchance that I think that you are in love. Nay, by Our Lady, I am not such a fool to think what I list, nor do I list to think what I can, nor I cannot think. That I could think myself out of thinking, that you are in love, or that you could be in love, or that you will be in love. Yet, Benedict was such another, and now he is a man. He swore he would never marry, and now, in spite of his heart, he eats his meat without grudging. And how you may be so converted, I know not, but methinks you look with your eyes as other women do.
What pace does thy tongue keep?
Oh, not false gallop.
Madam, withdraw. The prince, the count, the bastard formerly known as Don John, Jason Funderburger, Legface Macaulay, Jake from State Farm,
Oh.
Frederick from the county, Calvin and Hobbes, Lord Voldemort, Gandalf, Albus Dumbledore, Mario and Luigi, Bob Ross, Mr. Rogers, and Senior Benedict on his last brain cell, and all the other gowns of the town, and confess you go to church.
Oh, help me to dress, good cuz, good Meg, good Ursula, Lord Voldemort!
Come on, it's a crowd.
What would you have of me, honest neighbors?
Nay, sir, I'd have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Well, brief, I pray you. As you can see, it is a busy time for me.
Oh, marry, sir, that it is, sir.
Yes.
In truth, it is, sir.
What is it, my good friends?
Good man Burgess, sir, speaks a little off the matter. An old man, sir, and his wits are not so blunt as, God help, I would desire they were.
Yes. I thank God I am as honest as any man living, that is, an old man and no honester than I.
Oh, comparisons are odorous. Pull out, my neighbor Burgess. Oh, yep.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
It may please your worship to say so, but we are the portage officers. But truly, for my own part, I cannot be so tedious as a king.
All thy tediousness on me, then, eh?
I be but a poor man.
So am I.
Neighbors, I would fain know what you have to say.
Marry, sir, our watch tonight, accepting your worship, has taken a couple of errant knaves as any in Missoula.
One word, sir. Our watch, sir, have indeed comprehended 2 auspicious persons, and would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Take your examination thyself and bring it me. I am now in great haste, as it may appear unto you.
It shall be suffragans.
Fare you well.
Burgess, we are to examination these men.
Yes. And we must do it wisely.
We shall spare for no wits, I warrant you.
Come, Friar Francis. Be brief.
You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady.
No. To be married to her. Friar, you come to marry her.
That's a joke about grammar and tense.
You come hither, my lady, to be married to this count.
I do.
If either of you know of any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any, hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any, count?
I dare make his answer. None.
Father, by your leave, will you give me this maid, your daughter?
As freely, son, as God did give her me.
Well, then, Leonato, take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to
Oh,
your friend.
okay.
Behold how she
Lord,
blushes
sweetheart.
here. Her blush is guiltiness.
What do you mean, my lord?
Is my lord well that he doth speak so wide?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? I stand dishonored.
Are these things spoken? Or do I but dream?
Sir, they are spoken, and these things are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
Oh, God defend me! How am I beset? What kind of catechizing call you this?
To make you answer truly to your name.
Is it not hero? Who can blotch that name with any just reproach?
Marry that can hero. Hero itself can blotch out hero's own virtue. What man was he that talked with you yesternight out at your window betwixt 12 and 1?
I was with no man at that hour, my lord.
Leonato, I am sorry you must hear. Upon mine honor, myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her, hear her, at that hour talk with a ruffian at her chamber window.
Oh, hero, what a hero hadst thou been, but fare thee well, most foul, most fair. Farewell.
Oh, shit! Oh!
My poor cousin, my poor, take you down.
Come, let us go.
Wait.
These things come thus to light.
Wait.
Smother her spirits up.
Wait, how doth the lady?
Well, I mean, well, dead, I think.
Ah!
Uncle, Senor Benedict. Friar!
Oh, fate, take not thy heavy hand.
Have comfort.
Wherefore?
By my soul, my cousin is blind.
I was with no one at that hour. Oh, God.
There is some strange misprison in the princess.
If their wisdoms be misled in this, the practice of it lies in John the bastard, whose spirits toil in frame of villainies.
Pause a while. Your daughter, the princess here left for dead. Let her a while be secretly kept in and publish it that she is dead indeed.
What will this do?
Well, when Claudio hears that she died upon his words, that the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into his study of imagination. Then shall he mourn if ever love had interest in his liver, and wish he had not so accused her. I don't know, I'm a friar in a Shakespeare play. Things go wrong, I fake a girl's death.
Signor Leonato, let the friar advise you.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine may lead me.
Well, I don't appreciate being called the smallest twine.
Come, lady.
Die to live. Have patience and enjoy.
What does that mean?
It means let's go pick out a coffee for you, sweetie. All right, great. Now, where in the family crypt shall we put you? Do you want to be next to your mom?
Oh.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yeah, and I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason. I do so freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wronged.
Oh, what might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way, but no such friend.
May a man do it?
It's a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in this world so well as you. Is not that strange?
A strange thing I know not. It were just as possible for me to say that I love nothing in this world so much as you. But believe me not, though I lie not. I confess nothing, though I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear.
Will you not eat your word?
With no sauce that can be devised, to it I protest, I love thee.
Well, I protest that I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Ooh, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Ha! Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Very well.
Terry, sweet Beatrice.
No, I am gone. And yet I am here. Nay, there is no love in you. I pray you, let me go.
What is Claudio thine enemy?
He hath slandered, he hath scorned, he has dishonored my kinswoman. Oh, if I were a man, I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Sweet hero, she is wrong, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice!
I will die, a woman with grieving.
Think you in your soul that Count Claudio hath wronged hero?
Yeah, so much as I have a thought and a soul.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him.
Which be the malefactors?
Marry, that am I and my partner.
Nay, that's certain. We have the exhibition to examine.
But which are the ones that are to be examined? Let them come before Master Constable.
Marry, let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Oh yeah. Horatio.
Pray write down Horatio. Yours, Zero?
My name is Conrad.
Write down Master Gentleman
Conrad.
Masters, do you serve God?
Yes, sir, we hope.
Write down that they hope they serve God. And write God first, for God defend, but God should come before such villains. Masters, it is already proved that you're a little better than false knaves, although near to be thought so shortly. How answer you for yourselves?
Nay, sir, we say we are not.
A marvelous witty fellow, I assure you, but I will go about with him. Come hither, Sirrah. A word in your ear.
Sir, I say to you, it is thought you are false knaves.
Well, I say to you, sir, that we are none.
Oh, well, stand aside, for God. They're both in a tale. Have you written down that they are none?
Master Constable, you go not the way of examination. You must call forth the watch that are their accusers.
Oh, yeah, Mary, that's the eftest way.
Yes.
Let the watch come forth. Oh, yep. Masters, in the prince's name, accuse these men.
I heard this gentleman here call Don John, the prince's brother, a villain.
Write down Prince John a villain. That's flat perjury to call a prince's brother villain.
Master Constable.
I pray thee, fellow peace, I do not like thy look. I promise thee.
What heard you him say, else fellow? Mary, that he earned 1,000 ducats of Don John to accuse the lady hero wrongfully.
Oh, flat burglaries I was committed.
That by mass it is.
What else, fellow? That Count Claudio, upon his words, did mean to disgrace the lady hero in front of the whole assembly.
Thou villain, thou shalt be condemned to everlasting redemption for this.
What else? That is all.
And this is more, masters, that you can deny. Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, and in this very manner refused, and upon the grief of this suddenly died. Master Constable, let these men be bound and brought to Leonatus. I will go before and show him their examination.
Oh my God, fucking stand.
Come, let them be opinioned.
Let them be in the hand. No! Off, coxcomb!
God's my life, where's the sexton? Write down Prince's officer coxcomb. Come find them, thou naughty varlet.
Away! You are an ass! You are an ass!
Alas, dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my ears? Oh, that you were here to write me down an ass. But, masters, remember that I am an ass. Though it be not written down, yet forget not that I am an ass. No, thou villain, thou art full of piety. It shall be proved upon thee by good witness. I am a wise fellow, and which is more, an officer, and which is more, a householder, and which is more, a pretty a piece of flesh as any in the zoo. And one that knows the law, go to. And a rich fellow not, go to. A fellow that hath had losses, and hath 2 gowns, and everything handsome about him. Bring him away, that I have been down an ass. Oh.
If you go on thus, you will kill yourself. And 'tis not wisdom to second grief against yourself.
I pray thee peace. I will be flesh and blood, for there was never yet philosopher that could endure the toothache patiently. However, they have writ the style of gods and made a push at chance and sufferance.
Yet bear not all the harm against yourself. Make those that do offend you suffer too.
There, thou speakst reason. Nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me heroes belied, and that shall Claudio know, so shall the prince, and to all of them that thus dishonor her.
Good den, good den. Good day to both of you.
Hear you, my lords.
We have some haste, Leonardo.
Oh, some haste, my lord. What fare you well, my lord? Are you so hasty now? Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man.
If he could right himself a quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs him?
Mary, thou dost wrong me. Thou dissembler, thou. Nay, never lie thy hand upon thy sword. I fear thee not.
Well, Mary, beshrew my hand if it should give your age such cause of fear. In faith, my hand meant nothing to my sword.
No, Claudio, to thy head. Thou hast so wronged mine innocent child in me that I am forced to lay my reverence by, and with gray hairs and bruise of many days, to challenge thee to a trial of man. I say thou hast belied mine innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors. Oh, in a tomb where never scandal slept. Save this of hers, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio, thine, I
You
say.
say not right, old man.
My lord, My lord, I'll prove it on his body if he dare. Despite his nice fence and active practice, his May of youth and bloom of a lusty hood.
Away, I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so doubt me? Thou hast killed my child. If thou killst me, boy, thou shalt kill a man.
Gentlemen, both, we will not wake your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but upon mine honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord, my lord!
I will not hear you.
No. Come, brother. Away. I will be heard.
And shall. Or some of us will smart for it.
Buzz off. Oh, see, here comes the man we went to seek.
Now, senor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
Come, senor, you are almost come apart, almost a fray.
We had like to have had our two noses snapped off with two old men without teeth.
Leonardo and his brother, what thinkest thou? Had we fought, I doubt we should have been too young for them.
In a false quarrel there can be no true valor. I came to seek you both.
Oh, well, we have been up and down to seek thee. For we are high-proof melancholy, and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Dost thou wear thy wit by thy side?
Never any did so, though very many have been beside their wit. I bid thee draw as we do the minstrels. Draw to pleasure us.
As I am an honest man, he looks pale. Art thou angry?
What courage, man. What thou care killed a cat, thou hast metal enough in thee to kill care.
Sir, I shall meet your wit in the career you charged against me. I pray you choose another subject.
Nay then, give him another staff. This last was broke across.
Huh. By my light, he changes more and more. I think he be angry indeed.
If he be, he knows how to turn his girdle.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
Oh, God bless me from the challenge.
You are a villain. I jest not. I will make a good how you dare, with what you dare, and when you dare. Do me right, or I'll protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you.
Well, I will meet you, so that I may have good cheer.
What, a feast? A feast?
I beg him. He hath bid me to a calf's head and a capon, the which if I do not carve most curiously, I'll say my knife's not. Shall I not find a woodcock too?
Sir, your wit ambles well, it goes easily.
For the which she wept heartily and said she cared not.
Yea, and that she did, but yet for all that, if she did not hate him deadly, she would love him dearly. The old man's daughter told us all.
All, and moreover, God saw him when he was hid in the garden.
When shall we set the savage bull's horns on the sensible Benedict's head?
Yeah, and text underneath, here dwells Benedict, the married man.
Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. I will leave you now to your gossip-like humor. You break jest as braggarts do blades, which God be thanked, hurt not. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother the bastard has fled from Missoula. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady, and for my lord Lackbeard there, he and I shall meet. And until then, peace be with him.
Shit! He is in earnest.
In most profound earnest. And I'll warrant you for the love of Beatrice.
And hath challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
What a pretty thing man is when he goes off in his doublet and hose and leaves off his wit.
He is then a giant to an ape. But then is an ape a doctor to such a man?
But soft you, let me be. Pluck up my heart and be sad. Did not he say my brother was fled?
Come you, sir, if justice cannot tame you, she shall in our way no raisins in her balance. Nay, you've been a cursing hypocrite once. You must be looked to.
How now? My brother's man bound? Horatio?
Organ after his offense, my lord.
Officer, what has this man done?
Marry, sir, he have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanders. Sixth and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they're lying knaves.
First, I ask thee what they have done. Thirdly, I ask thee what's their offense. Sixth and lastly, what they are committed. and to conclude what you lay to their charge.
Damn straight.
Rightly reasoned, as in his own division, and by my troth, there's one meaning well suited.
What offense have you committed, master, that you are thus bound to your answer? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What's your offense?
Sweet prince. Let me go no further in mine answer. Do you hear me and let this count kill me? For I have to see it in your very eyes. What your wisdoms could not discover, these shallow fools had brought to light, who in the night overheard me confessing to Don John, your brother, who incensed me to slander the Lady Hero. How you were brought into the orchard and saw me court Margaret in Hero's garments. How you disgraced her when you should marry her. My villainy they have upon record, which I would rather seal with my death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusation, and briefly, I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison whilst he uttered it.
But did my brother set thee onto this?
Yeah, and paid me richly for the practice of it.
Oh, kill him.
He is composed and framed of treachery, and fled he is on this villainy.
The image doth appear in that rare semblance that I loved at first.
Come, bring away the plaintiff. By this time, our sexton hath reformed Signor Leonardo of the matter. And masters, do not forget to specify, when time and place shall serve, that I am an ass.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
Here comes Master Signor Leonardo.
Which is the villain? Let me see his eyes, that when I note another man like him, I may avoid him. Which of these is he?
If you know you're wronger, look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath has killed mine innocent child?
Yeah, and even I alone.
No, not so, villain. Thou beliest thyself. Here stand a pair of honorable men. A third has fled that had a hand in it. I thank you, princes, for my daughter's death. Record it with your high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done, if you but think you of it.
I know not how to play your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose to me what penance your invention can lay upon my sin, yet I sinned not, but in mistaken.
By my soul, nor I. And yet, to satisfy this good old man, I will bend under any heavy weight that he'll entreat me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you both tomorrow morning come to my house. And since you cannot be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My brother hath a daughter, almost a copy of my daughter that's dead. And she alone is heir to both of us. Give her the right you ought to have given her cousin. And so dies my revenge.
Oh, noble son. Your overkindness so bring tears from me.
Tomorrow then I will expect your coming. Tonight I take my leave. This naughty man shall face to face be brought to Margaret, who I believe is packed in all this wrong, hired to it by your brother.
No, by my soul she was not. Nor knew not what she did when she spoke to me.
And moreover, which indeed is not under white and black, this plaintiff here, the offender, to call me ass.
I thank thee for thy care and honest pains.
Oh, your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverend youth. I praise God for you.
There shall thy pains.
Oh, God save the foundation.
Go, I discharge thee of thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
Ah, I leave an errant knave with your worship, which I beseech your worship to correct yourself for the example of others. God keep your worship. I wish your worship well. God restore you to health. I humbly give you leave to depart. And if a merry meeting may be wished, God prohibit it. Here, come, neighbor.
Until tomorrow morning, my lords. Farewell.
We will not fail.
Tonight, I'll mourn with Hero.
Bring you this fellow one. We'll talk with Margaret. How her acquaintance grew with this lewd fellow.
It says, here lies Hero, cause of death, Claudio. Hello again, everybody. And again, show of hands if you're following the plot. Okay, a good enough number of you. Let me address the camera directly. So just to be clear, he fell in love with her, and then he was lied to by Don Giant saying that she was a whore or something, which is like an unpleasant sort of thing. There's all kinds of anyway, we faked her death, and he thinks they smell like her? That's Dr. Rosula, 2021. Great. So he thinks that she's dead and buried behind the bar. It's not a bar in his mind because we're allowing for a little bit of suspension of disbelief. They're really sad right now, but don't worry, this is one of the comedies, which means it'll end in a wedding. Yeah, you're right to tell him to shut up. Just tell him to suck it up. Everyone tell him, suck it up. Suck it up.
Get over it.
Yes.
Check, 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 check. Well, that was sad. So in the meantime, I just need to workshop some poetry real quick, so I'm just going to... Oh, that's nice. The God of love that sits above and knows me, how pitiful I deserve. I mean in singing, but in loving, Leander the good swimmer, Troilus, first employer of panders, and a whole book full of these quantum carpet mongers whose names yet run smoothly in the blank road of an even verse. Why, they were never so truly turned over as my poor self in love. Mary, I cannot show it in rhyme. I have tried. I can find out no rhyme to lady, but baby, an innocent rhyme. For scorn, horn, a hard rhyme. For school, fool, a babbling rhyme. Very ominous endings. No, I was not born under a rhyming planet, nor I cannot woo in festival terms. So, in the meantime, this will have to do. Oh, sweet Beatrice! Was thou come when I called thee?
Yeah, senor. The department you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Well, then is spoken. Very well.
Oh.
And yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which is knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast frighted the word out of its very right sense. But I tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I will hear from him or I will subscribe him a coward. Now, tell me, for which of my bad parts didst thou first fall in love with me?
For them all together, which maintain so politic a state of evil that they would not admit any good parts to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love, a good epithet. I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart. If you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably. Therefore, serve God, love me, and mend, for I will too. For here comes one in haste.
Daughter, you must come to your uncle's. Yonder's old coil at home. It is proved that our lady hero has been wrongfully accused. The prince and Count Claudio mightily abused, and Don John is the author of all, who is fed and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you go hear this news, senor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thy eyes, and moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's. Woo! Let's go! Bombshell!
What?
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
So are the prince and Claudio who accused her.
And so am I, being else enforced by faith to call young Claudio to a reckoning for it.
Well, daughter, and you gentlewomen all, withdraw to a chamber by yourselves. And when I send for you, come hither, masked. Yeah. The prince and Claudio promised by this hour to visit me. Brother, you know your office. You must be father to your brother's daughter, and give her to young Claudio.
Which I will do with confirmed countenance.
Friar, I must entreat thy pains, I think.
To do what, senor?
To bind me, or undo me, one of them. Truth it is, Signor Leonato, good signor, your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
That I my daughter lent her, 'tis most true.
And I do, with an eye of love, requite her.
From sight you had whereof, from me, from the prince and Claudio, but what's your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical, but for my will is your goodwill may stand with ours this day to be conjoined in a state of honorable marriage, for which, friar, I shall desire thy help.
Yeah, my heart is with your liking.
And my help. Oh, here comes the prince and Count Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, prince. Good morrow, Claudio. Are you yet determined today to marry my brother's daughter?
I will hold my mind were she an antelope.
Brother, bring her forth. Here's the friar ready.
Good morrow, Benedict. Why, what's the matter? You have such a February face, so full of frost, of storms, and cloudiness.
I think he thinks upon the savage bold. Tush, fear not, man. We'll tip thy horns with gold, and all Europa shall rejoice, as once Europa did at lusty Jove, when he would play the noble beast in love.
Bull Jove, sir, had an amiable low, and some such strange bull left your father's cow and got a calf in the same feet, much like to you, for you have just as bleat.
For this I owe you. Here comes other reckonings. Which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same as she, and I do give you her.
Why then she is mine. Sweet. Let me see your face.
Whoa. No.
That you shall not, till you take her hand before this friar and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand. Before this holy friar, I am your husband, if you like of me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero.
Nothing certainer. One hero died defiled, but I do live, and surely as I live, I am a maid.
The former hero? The hero that's dead?
She died, my lord, and whilst her slander lived.
All this amazement can I qualify when after that the holy rites are ended, I'll tell you largely of fair heroes' death. Quotations, death. Meanwhile, that wonder seemed familiar. And led us to the chapel presently.
Soft and fair, friar. Which is Beatrice? Oh!
I answer to that name, but it's your will.
Do not you love me?
Why, no. No more than reason.
Why, then your uncle and the prince and Claudia were deceived. They swore you did.
Do you not love me?
Druff, no. No more than reason.
Well, then my cousin Margaret and Ursula are much deceived, for they did swear that you did.
They told me you were almost sick for me.
They swore that you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. Then you do not love me?
No. Truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin, I'm sure you love the gentleman.
Oh, and I'll be sworn upon that he loves her. Huh? For here's a letter written in his own hand, a halting sonnet of his own poor brain, fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's another written in my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, containing her affection unto Benedict. Gotcha, bitch!
A miracle! Here's our own hands against our hearts. Come, I will have thee. But by this light, I take thee for pity.
I will not deny you. But no, by this good day, I yield upon great persuasion. And partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Peace! I will stop your mouth.
Nice. How dost thou, Benedict, the married man?
In brief, since I do propose to marry, I will say nothing to any purpose that can be said against it. Therefore, never flout at me for what I have said against it, for man is a giddy thing, and this is my conclusion. For thy part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee, but in that thou art like to be my kinsman, live unbruised and love my cousin.
I had well hoped that thou wouldst have denied Beatrice, that I might have cudgeled thee out of thy single life.
Come, we are friends. Let's have a dance ere we are married, that we may lighten our hearts and our wives' heels.
We'll have music afterwards.
First of my word, therefore, play music, Prince. Thou art sad.
Hold on.
What? Actually?
Yeah, can you just wait?
Every night. The line.
We're so fucking close.
Go.
What? Idiot.
The prince's brother, taken in flight and brought with our men back to Missoula.
Where's Jan being taken?
Yeah, what's up? I love you too. Yeah, I'll see you home. Bye. My lord! Your brother, Don John, is taken in flight and brought with armed men back to Missoula.
Think not of him till tomorrow. I'll devise the brave punishments for him. Strike up, pipers!
Well, you gotta blow it.